Hello everyone and welcome to something completely different. This game was sent to me by an awesome subscriber, Catbert, and takes place on the map Mega Random, which to me looks like Arabia, except that a giant, maybe Gargantua, maybe Pantagruel, took a seat and left two big butt cheek imprints on it. But in any event, the map is what it is. Let's take a look at the players as they begin exploring the map and taking their positions. We have Catbert playing as the Blue Goths, taking on Tarambana or Tarambana. I apologize to this player. I'm not sure where the emphasis in the name should go, playing as the Red Spanish. Now, while the players heard their herdables explore their immediate surroundings and try to go up to feudal as fast as possible, let's take a look at the respective civ matchup we'll be watching today. Now, the Goths are about as single-minded as a civilization can get by pushing their players towards one military building and one military building alone. I am, of course, talking about the barracks. These structures start out the game working 20% faster, but can be upgraded to work more than 200% faster, which is great because the Goths get an extra 10 population space in Imperial, maxing out at 210 compared to the usual 200. Now, all Goth infantry units get progressively cheaper until Imperial, when they're discounted by 35%, and they also get a progressive attack bonus against buildings, which makes them quite good, in fact, amazing at taking down castles and other structures in the late game. Now, the Goth barracks itself can also be upgraded to train the unique unit of the Goths, the Huskarl, a decent infantry unit with one skill and one main skill alone, killing archers. The Huskarl comes with a big attack bonus against archers and base pierce armor that makes it basically immune for most archer fire in the game. Now, to support a big, hungry population, Goth hunters are stronger and carry more, and Loom is researched in literally under 1 second, so Goth villagers are harder to raid and kill right from the beginning of the game. Now, the Spanish, we are looking at a paramilitary civilization. Sorry, I got distracted a little bit by the sheep stealing attempt here by Catbert. Does get two. We'll keep an eye on this sheep. In any event, the Spanish, a paramilitary civilization that, man, loves its gunpowder units. Spanish gunpowder units fire 18% faster, and their unique unit is the Conquistador, a heavy-hitting, less accurate hand cannoneer that's mounted, but comes with more HP, more armor, but less range. Oh, Catbert, you did not manage to get that one sheep. It goes back into the flock and is safe for now. Now, in order to help defend these costly gunpowder units, Spanish can train their missionaries, which are basically mounted monks with less range, and also they cannot pick up relics. But before you think a shorter range is a massive disadvantage, know that it may not necessarily be a problem, because the Spanish can upgrade both their monks and their missionaries to convert enemy units faster and also buildings faster. Now, to support the Spanish military-industrial complex, Spanish villagers build structures much faster than normal, their blacksmith upgrades cost no gold, and their trade units generate 25% more gold. Now, why did I call the Spanish a paramilitary civilization a minute ago? Because their villagers can actually be upgraded to get a massive 40 HP boost, more armor, and a huge +6 attack boost, which, together with the Sappers upgrade, actually makes them very good at taking down buildings, castles, and even walls in the late stages of the game. So those are the two civilizations. Spanish in the left butt cheek, Catbert in the right butt cheek. Catbert moving forward with one scout, a second scout hanging out near the gold. Let's take a look at the players, where in the butt cheek they're located, and how they are advantaged and disadvantaged. Lots of gold, lots of stone on this mega random map. A pile of 6 stone and 5 in the back, 7 primary stone patches, 7 secondary stone patches, lots of resources all over this map. Let's see what Catbert has seen of his opponent's base. Oh, apologies for that. He has seen basically everything. His opponent, completely in the dark, finally making his way around the south bend of the right butt cheek. I'm going to stop calling them butt cheeks and just call them craters, indents, whatever it is you want to call them. He is keeping his sheep, his goat, very, very close. He does not want to lose them to any more raiding from Catbert. For now, our red player walling the back of his base, entire front. I would say fairly easy to wall this off. Not a lot of wood required, but some of the wall-off points are far away from your town center, which might make defending them a little bit harder. Has he seen his opponent? Yes, he's seen just the tip. and so he knows exactly where his opponent is located. But let's us take a look as well. Primary stone in the front, secondary stone on the side, primary gold very close to the town center, but a little bit exposed out front, and both secondary and tertiary gold in the back, whereas the red player has his tertiary gold a little on these salt flats, this cracked desert floor. And now I see a lot of blue dots streaming across the mini-map. Catbert moving forward with not one, but two villagers building up barracks, partially laming the secondary gold of his opponent. And this is the value of scouting. Another barracks going down for our blue Goth, also partially laming his opponent's gold. Wisely walls himself off just in the nick of time. Here come the two scout cavalry from the Spaniard. This is his entire military force right now. This one scout cavalry damaged, hurt, bruised, and battered, protecting this one villager as she desperately tries to get this up. Okay, the lamer gets lamed himself, and now Catbert's barracks becomes completely useless, except for this one tile where possibly, what, 1 or 2 units can stream out? But does he care? The point of this barracks, I think, is probably just to lame this gold. And oh my god, he is getting completely surrounded, Catbert. We'll see if he manages to escape with his villager. For now, the barracks, 94, 95, 96, 97, and it is complete, as is this one. He is completely laming his opponent's secondary gold, but now has become lamed himself and has hit feudal about 40 seconds ahead of his opponent. His opponent going out onto the map. He will run into one scout cavalry. Will he see? Will he care? No to both answers, to both questions rather. Okay, decides to demolish some of his own palisades. Smart move here by Catbert to give himself more room to pump military out. Man-at-arms upgrade going down. And now Red, trying to build something behind this, a mining camp, realizes that not only was his primary gold lamed, but his secondary gold is in the process of being lamed as well. Catbert desperately needs to get out of here, does not want to start facing any kind of archer fire. Not that Red is going archers by any stretch of the imagination, sitting at 21 villagers apiece. But Catbert exploding in military count, 7-2. What are we looking at? I mean, what do we need to know what we're looking at? We're talking about the Goths, of course. We're looking at infantry. Red desperately trying to create wall-offs here. Not the strongest unit in the game. These men-at-arms, no upgrades for them just yet. And now they're attacking on the left. They're attacking on the right. Oh, manages to catch 2 villagers, but now himself under attack, losing 1 gold miner, I believe. And what are these guys doing? Hello, wake up. You can kill this villager as well. She is completely exposed. We'll keep an eye on those guys. Catbert circling. Does not want his opponent to get any gold. An interesting strategy, possibly ineffective. God, this is so annoying when this happens, when your unit spawns in the dead zone of your building and you cannot move it at all. Might as well just delete that unit. I honestly don't know how else to deal with this, except maybe to delete the barracks. My god, he's twitching. He wants to fight, but the game won't let him. How many kills on these? Gets another villager. Did he? Yeah, no, he did not lame the deer. There's still food on there, and escapes to fight another day with his 2 scout cavalry. Catbert here with 14 army supply, 12 men-at-arms, circling like a predator around this red base. But finally, Red coming up with some static defense that should shoot Catbert away for a little bit, although he is now attacking to the south. Try to get these villagers, but again, weak scouts are not going to do much against villagers. But you know what might? 7 freaking men-at-arms, almost full HP. No attack upgrade, no defensive upgrade just yet. And he manages to stop the construction of this tower. Tarambana does not want to lose these villagers to men-at-arms. Yeah, deletes the tower. Wise move, rebuilds it here within the safety of the firing range of the town center. Oh god, this guy's stuck here. We'll check him out at the middle and late stages of the game. Okay, Catbert has managed to bust his way through the southwestern portion of his opponent's base. His opponent has 1 miner on gold. I don't even know how that's even possible at this point. This gold is not available. This gold is not available. This gold is not available. Yeah, exactly. It goes down to 0. It must have been a villager that he pulled from the gold line that was still technically classified as a gold miner. But how is that red Spaniard planning on responding to this? He's instead building his civilian population, going up to 27 villagers. Catbert, by virtue of spending so much money, so many resources on these men-at-arms is falling behind in villager count, though. He's down 9 villagers at the 17-minute mark of the game, and Red is just not putting on any kind of aggression here. Definitely a strategy to employ, either completely turtle yourself off with static defense like these towers, or just take the fight to your opponent, but you're not going to take the fight with one 18 HP scout cavalry. That is not going to do bupkis. Catbert exploring the outer rims of the map, finding resources. We'll see if he finds the relics. I see there are 5 relics on this map. Has not seen this one. We'll see if relics become an issue. We'll take a look at them. For now, though, continuing to be an annoyance with his men-at-arms. They move on a 0.9, which I believe, yes, is faster than the villager at this point. Okay. And he's just entering the kill zones with his men-at-arms. I don't think this is the right move for these 3 guys. And I'm proven right by the fact that one of them gets gunned down by archer fire from the town center and from the towers. Our Spaniard with 13 villagers on stone. He needs to reach castle ASAP if he wants to put up some kind of defense against these Gothic infantry units. Towers are great, but firing 1 arrow does not compare to a castle. He is building 400, he's banking 400 stone, but nowhere close to going up to castle. Oh, now this guy's going to die. This is the one pacifist unit that Catbert has. Oh, and you killed the hippie. Oh, no. You killed the wrong unit. Should have focused on the aggressive units, but take a look at the minimap. I mean, this scout cavalry not living up to his full potential has just stopped in the middle of the desert. He is on a peyote high, I guess, just tripping out in the middle of the desert, doing nothing. And now Red, moving forward now, finally is able to get some gold mining up. It needs to get rid of this palisade, though, and his barracks. Maybe delete these palisade walls yourself and attack the barracks. But with what army? Aside from this one scout who's tripping balls in the middle of the desert, and now is attacking a farm. Oh, no. Peyote Pete has paid the price and now is literally dying on top of the farm. But Catbert has been pushed back. Catching up in villagers. He's going up to 30 to his opponent's 31. So has managed to catch up in villagers. His opponent banking some kind of food, but no gold just yet. Another tower going down. This is, how many towers is this at this point? We're looking at 6 towers. That should be a good amount to keep these men-at-arms at bay. Catbert putting on early aggression here, but the towers coming up will eventually nullify these guys. Oh, he is taking a little bit of gold here himself. And I love that he lamed this this secondary gold. So, lame attempt number 1. I would say mixed success. Yeah, you need to use this villager. Yeah, mixed success. He lamed part of it so that his opponent can't really optimize gold collection. But lame attempt number 2. His opponent would be wise to delete this mining camp, get your 100 wood back. Attempt number 2 has gone much better here. Although if he loses these 2 houses, remember, these are not Mongol houses with the Nomads upgrade. They will die and they will kill his population room. So Catbert needs to build a few more houses, but he is coming forward with 9 more villagers. Does have the resources to go up to castle. We'll see if he clicks up, if and when. And continuing to circle the map. Let's take a look at his vision. Look at this vision of Catbert. He's seen the entire map. His opponent. Oh, God, look at this. It looks like a piece of Swiss cheese with all these holes and gaps in it. Yeah, Red needs to explore the map ASAP, especially if your opponent is trying to lame your primary and your secondary resources. It makes sense for you to try to find resources elsewhere out on the map, but these slow men-at-arms do manage to get a few villager kills here, or rather 1, before a pair of them do pay the price. And Catbert moving forward. Again, these are not upgraded in any way, shape, or form, so they will take a good amount of damage from these towers, especially garrisoned by villagers. These are not Teuton towers with extra space. These are not Korean towers. These are just basic Spanish towers. And now Catbert with a tower of his own. Okay, so we've got the 2 towers here. We'll see who gains supremacy. No pun intended. Spanish have an upgrade called supremacy, which, like I said, turns their villagers into paramilitary. And let's keep watching the aggression. Catbert here continuing to circle, but his military count decimated to 3. Let's see what he decides to do once he hits castle in 24 in-game second. His opponent finally banking the requisite gold, but nowhere close in terms of food. Okay, Catbert exploring the extremities of his own base. 4 more villagers coming. Now we've got a villager brawl. We've got a townie fight here. Oh, look at them carrying their giant balls of gold. No wonder they didn't want to fight. They're carrying these huge chunks of gold that they're hacking and hewing from the ground. Marketplace going down for our Spaniard. He probably, if I had to guess, wants to sell a bunch of wood. Catbert hitting castle, pulling a Hoang and building a siege workshop right outside his opponent's base. Any trick, anything he can try to dislodge his opponent from the left butt cheek is fair game in Age of Empires. And let's see if I'm right. If Tarambana bought food. Yeah, sold wood, bought food. Okay, so he's quote-unquote balanced his economy. He is a little bit of gold away from castle. And I'm pretty surprised. I mean, for somebody who has no access to gold the entire game, he is managing to catch up, let's say. He's in the lead in terms of villagers. But once this mangonel comes out, lucky for him, he just hit 200 gold, because the second that mangonel comes out, you know all gold all gold mining here is about to stop. Where are you going with your giant ball of gold? Come on, click up. Oh no, he's still 1 structure short. Finally completes the blacksmith, pulls 3 villagers off the production line. Now click up, you can click up. Oh no, he's banking food. Oh, he is not clicking up. We'll keep an eye out. Catbert taking lumber in the middle of the map, and finally our red Spaniard clicks up. What are we researching here? Squires. Okay, so he wants to make sure his units move, or rather his infantry units move super quick. Mangonel here entering into the line of fire of the tower. Doesn't really matter. They are not going to take too much damage from this tower. And it does go down. Love those animations in Age of Empires. This scout has just been all over the map. This is Jane Farstrider. If any of you read Wheel of Time, this is the guy who's... I mean, look at Catbert. Hat tip to you. Look at the map vision. He has seen basically everything except a few dark patches here. Wow, incredible scouting by Blue. Who, what is he doing now? Building more villagers. Okay. We'll see if he wants to mass a huge army. We'll see what the villagers are for. Wisely blocks himself off in this gold. Not a lot of villagers on gold, though. More on stone. And the stone mining upgrade going down. Okay, so stone here going to be the play from our blue Goth. And we'll see if that's for a castle drop. We'll see if that's for more towers. We'll see if that's for more town centers. Although he's already got enough for town centers for 2 of them. Although just enough wood for 1. And now these, my god, these long swordsmen are being annoying. They do move faster now at 0.9, but red is now finally in Castle Age with 1,800 stone in the bank. We know what that means. It means this. Beautiful placement here by red. I love this. Not only does it create a wall off of this chunk of the map to stop Catbert from raiding, but also will eventually dominate this entire portion. This entire gold pile has now fallen under control. A second castle, and he's a little bit of stone away from a third. But yeah, Catbert moving forward with his own. Fantastic game so far. Not paying attention. I don't know what this was, if this was just a wall or a palisade, or yeah, it must have been just a palisade wall, but does pay the price. 3 kills on this mangonel. Spanish castle will go up faster. Does see the Goth castle going up. The Goth castle sees the Spanish castle going up, and now this one is up. No military production for red at all. He's selling food now, selling wood for gold. We know what that means also. Conquistadors are on their way. And Catbert just making an issue of it, setting up shop, building houses, making himself comfortable. A barracks thrown into the mix. Let's see how many barracks our Goth player has. Apologies to anyone on a smaller screen. I am zooming out. No barracks here, but 1 barracks close to his opponent's base. But the conks are out. And these long swordsmen are not long for this world. They are dead men walking. They just do not know it. Let's take a look at the accuracy on these guys. 65% base accuracy, not terrible. Maybe move in a little bit closer to improve your chances of hitting them. He's got to run away with this villager. This villager's going to die. And here we go. A small engage here in the north of Tarambana's base. Yeah. Runaway attack, runaway attack. Okay. Beautiful play here. Clears up all the bipedal aggression of his opponent, taking back the gold pile from the Goths, contesting the gold pile or the laming from the Goths. And now this last scout. Oh, finally, Jane Farstrider pays the price. Oh, no. Oh, no. Let's see what happens here. I mean, we know what's going to happen, but it's always fun to watch the lion attack. The aggressive, killable animals are always fun to watch. Ugh, how many HP? 7 HP left on this guy. And now the conks are moving forward. This might be a huge problem for our blue goth. Oh my god, if his pathing leads him to here, let's see his vision. Oh, he's going to see all these villagers. Okay, he's going to see all these villagers. Sees the villagers, says, nah, fuck that. I'm just going to go straight to the base. Must be looking elsewhere, although I'm not too sure where else he would be looking. Now Tarambana behind 8 villagers. Yeah, that's 8. 45 minus 37 is 8 villagers behind our goth player, who is now trapped inside this kill zone of his own creation. Although what a lucky break here for Catbert, not losing 6 gold miners here. Okay, does lose the 2 gold miners in this part, but here he comes with 5 rams. What are they filled with? I don't know. We'll leave it up to the game to show us. I don't want to click on it. I want to be as surprised as you guys, but 5 rams will definitely be doing a huge amount of damage to this castle. Already at half HP, literally 5 seconds into their attack. A 6th one coming forward. And let's see, no repair going down for our red Spaniard, who is, I guess, busy microing here, getting more and more villagers. 9 kills for these 3 conks. Not a bad kill count so far. Huskarl. Okay, yeah, it's Huskarl's inside. I think. Yeah, Huskarl's and long swordsman. We'll click it. And now he's got to release them so they can fight these villagers. Oh no, does lose 1. But now the infantry is out. Oh, the Huskarls. What a fun unit to see. I love their big shields. I love their crested helmets. And now the 3 hero conks from the expeditionary force have returned home with their shields and not on them. And now they're going to just decimate these slower moving goth infantry unit. Unless the pathing is terrible, leads them into a castle fire. But he's Huskarls. Take a look at their base pierce armor. Even the basic model, 6 pierce armor with no upgrades. Our blue goth opting to go quantity over quality. Not a single military upgrade out of the blacksmith just yet. Our Spaniard getting a defensive archer upgrade. And let's take a look how he manages to deal with 4 rams. I mean, these are basic bitch rams very early on in the game, in castle rather. So they will not go, they will not last very long. Long enough, though, to do some damage, but not long enough to actually destroy any buildings. And now manages to finish this castle with the 1 villager who is now healing inside of it. 1 Mangonel, where are you? You are in the south tip of the left butt cheek. For those of you keeping count which butt cheek we're in. Okay, decides to rebuild his town center instead of a just a regular mill here. And now our goth is just ringing his opponent. A castle to the north. A castle to the east. And a castle to the south. So he is going to see any move out here by red. Will red finally kill these villagers? Let's keep an eye on these conks. I mean, he sees them. Okay, yeah. Catbert getting a little too cheeky. Saw the run by about a few minutes ago. Decided to leave these guys out on the map, knowing that it was a risk that they could get killed. But this is Age of Empires. Every unit is at a risk of getting killed. So these conks are going to decimate that gold line. A very interesting town center being placed here, a barracks right next to the gold, stone, lots of resources in this immediate vicinity. This reminds me of a Nomad map a little bit, where you build your town center where you can. And now moving forward with the Mangonel. Oh, these villagers get killed. 5 kills for him, adds 2 to the already 3 that he had from the, I believe, the other gold line, if I'm not mistaken. Although I very much could be. And now the importance of attack archer upgrades. Take a look at this range 11 plus 1 to 11. And that's why this red line does not reach the castle, and why this blue line reaches the castle. Neither player getting murder holes. But that's why this castle is under attack. But now the conks are coming in. 31 kills for these guys. They have killed long swordsmen. They have killed huskarls. Now they are killing villagers. But have to be careful. You can't run them into castles. They're not that strong. They are not giant battering rams, you know. And now red being squeezed from the south, being squeezed from the north. How close are our players to Imperial? Not close at all. Catbert sitting on 900 gold. Maybe time to upgrade some of his units. His opponent, Baroque as a joke. 19 food, 66 gold, a shit ton of wood. It might be time to reallocate some of these villagers, which is exactly what he's doing, into food. Another town center here for our blue Goth. How many town centers does he have? 3. Choosing to decentralize his town centers to the west. The original, the OG town center, and the one to the east that we saw a minute ago. Our Spaniard, having no such luck, has to stay in this tight quarters. Otherwise, he doesn't know where Blue's army is. Although finally moving out here with 9 villagers. They've got hammers in their hands. So you know they're about to build something. 9 of them come here to the get some more stone. He wants more static defense. And what is Catbert building? He's now pumping out more and more rams. 1,000 gold for him. But he's got to be careful. I mean, this castle here is no easy pickings. It's got 6 villagers inside, 7 idols for our red Spaniard, who is now sitting at, what is that, 27 active villagers at the 46-minute mark of the game. A lion joins the Gothic army and says, nah, I'm sorry, I'm trying not to swear. I was gonna swear, but I'm trying not to. All of his villagers' friends are letting the lion attack him while they go and try to earn a living stone mining. Conquistador still roaming the map, being fairly inactive. They're still sitting on their 30 kills. Get an attack upgrade for your archers. Come on. At least make this an even fight. This is like one guy fighting another with his hand behind his back. Red is just not able to reach this castle at all. 39 villagers, 8 of whom are idle, but Catbert also with 8 idle villagers of his own. So villager count in terms of productive villagers, basically identical. Oh yeah, beautiful movement here. I definitely was gonna say he caught a few villagers here. Now he'll draw some arrow fire, but doesn't matter. He wants to kill more. 34 relocates his weak conks to the back. Oh no, I thought he was gonna move in again with the 1 weak conk left outside the firing range of the town center, but he does not. Instead, relocates to the north. Oh man, he is playing ping pong with Catbert's villagers attacking to the north. When they move to the south, he moves to the south. Catbert has to idle all of them or risk. I mean, this was always a ballsy, risky town center in this little nook. I think maybe he thought he wouldn't be discovered, he wouldn't be found out, but no, his opponent sniffing him out. And now all of these villagers, take a look, 15 idle villagers, dropping Catbert's productive economy to 25 villagers. But 25 villagers are under attack by what? This is the entirety of his opponent's army. And going up to Imperial is our blue Goth. Okay. More villagers being pulled out of the safety of the base. Maybe not the right time, right as 4 rams move forward. I mean, go help your rams, or go help your castle against the rams. But these villagers come out. They will take a bunch of mangonel shots to the face. He's doing more damage to his own... Oh, mangonel just racking up the kills, and these villagers now, oh god, they want to create a kill zone. Oh, they want these, he must see it with the farm. No, he does not. Oh, this is going to be fun to watch when Catbert discovers these, this castle. Although if his villagers move to farm here, they should see something, no? Yeah, he sees it. Let's see if he reacts in time or if he takes a bunch of arrow fire to the face. We are 500 HP away from a big surprise here. 1 villager down, 2 villager down, 3. Oh my god, this castle kill count is going to be huge. Another villager fracas happening here on the eastern, far east of the map, but here come the conquistadors. They see these juicy blue gold miners desperately trying to build a barracks, and they're going to come and deny it. What is he building out of this monastery? Nothing. A town center going down for him as well. But on the back of this, he has lost his southern castle. These rams are battered and bruised, but not out of the fight just yet. And here come the Huskarls. Two-handed swordsman upgrade going down for Catbert. Finally, 1 defensive upgrade for him. So it will be a +1 defense. Decides to target the healthiest battering ram, does Tarambana. But here come the Huskars. They are going to kill all the villagers that try to attack these rams. And that being said, now he lost his villagers, but here come infantry to avenge them. Tarambana needs to pull these guys out, put them in the town center right away, and pray that no more Huskarls come forward with their 7 freaking pierce armor. And now these rams are running amok. Not the best use of them attacking a farm, a house. I mean, keep going after the towers. Although without murder holes, you don't really need the rams. Okay. So let's take a look at what happened here. Tarambana must have seen that his base was being ripped apart. His army count is sitting at half. His villager count was basically identical, but give me a second. No idle villagers. Okay. So villager count was basically equal. But the question is, how does he deal with these rams if he uses his entire army, which is these conquistadors, these 8 of them that are in this vicinity? That leaves him completely exposed elsewhere. I think the loss of this is what spurred him to give up the game to GG. The loss of this mining here and this entire base. So now that he's lost this, what is his map presence for red? I mean, he's got an outpost. I never noticed the jankety rickety stairs that lead up to it. That's pretty funny. They couldn't even make it even. He's got his castle here with some lumberjacks, but his entire map presence is gone once he loses this mini expansion base. This mining camp is not doing anything. And so with the loss of this, he loses all map vision, and he's playing a player, Catbert, who has from the basically minute 1 of the game shown himself to be incredibly aggressive. I mean, first of all, trying to teeth a sheep, always fun to watch. Then moving forward with a lame and another lame and then another lame attempt. So he knows Tarambana or Tarambana. Again, I apologize if you do watch this video. Let me know how to pronounce your name. Our red Spaniard does know that he is in trouble, that he is playing a player who is being incredibly aggressive. Now, it's not a surprise that Catbert was aggressive with the Goths. They are very much an aggressive civilization. They are one of the 2 civs in the game next to the Cumans who actually don't have walls. So that just tells you that the developers of the game wanted this to be a very much pedal to the metal, gas pedal, balls to the wall aggression, which is exactly how Catbert played them. And let's take a look at the stats. 13 conks against 31 two-handed swordsmen. APM here higher for our red, of course, with the faster units, in my opinion, always has the higher APM. Highest APM for Catbert, 102, so a fairly relaxed game for him. More kills for our red Spaniard than for our blue Goth, but take a look at the score, about 1,200 difference. And let's take a look at the actual stats. Rather, first, let me see. Yeah, nobody took any relics, so we don't need to really see the relic count. But look at how many more resources Catbert just took. Obviously, less stone. Tarambana, basically all he did this game in terms of the scarce resources was stone. He took almost no gold. Take a look at that gold. And he just out-mined him, out-lumberjacked him, out-farmed him. Sorry, I think that's what it was. Yeah, Catbert taking about a 7,000 resource lead and just outperformed his opponent, got incredibly aggressive, and just with the loss again of this outpost, this colony here to the east of the map, Tarambana lost all map vision. Let's take a look at what he can actually see. This is the extent of his vision 53 minutes into the game. He sees a castle attacking him. He tried to build a siege workshop. He's got enough gold for maybe one unit, one mangonel. He's got an outpost here, a castle here. He sees the other castle here. He managed to, brilliant move here to build the castle. How many kills on this castle? 6 only. So it seems like Catbert did escape with some of his villagers. And they're now here mining gold. And so, yeah, Tarambana just losing all control. This game basically mimicking history. I think it was the 5th century when the Goths moved into Spain. And don't quote me. I want to say their capital. I'm trying to remember what it was. It'll come to me. They established a capital in Spain for about 300 years until they were evicted. So this game very much following history. Catbert with the Goths shows up to the left butt cheek, says this ducat, this duchy belongs to me and me alone. Toledo was the capital, I think, of the Goths in Spain, and says this duchy, this ducat belongs to me. I am the owner of this land. Get out, get out, get out. And from minute one, from teething the sheep to building castles to laming, Catbert just puts on the aggression, takes the big W, and GG to both players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.